on record for the Flying Scotsman in what has been a glittering career over many decades.
Outside.
And statistically, that was the best we've ever seen from him in that last 32 win. Went on to post another average of 103 against Raymond van Barneveld. In fact, over the course of the day, these are the two players with the highest averages across their 4 matches. Gary Anderson running at 104.7, Wessel Nijman running at 102.37. So this could be an absolute belter. Nijman wins the first battle.
Yeah, very tall, very elegant is Wessel.
140.
Uses that height well. Big scorer. And now all of a sudden he's producing some high-pressure situations. When you get used to winning games, whether it be on the development tour, you then take that onto the Pro Tour. And that's what you're seeing, and he's seeing that treble 20 even early in this game. So big, so quick.
180.
This could be a cracker.
Yeah, used to winning, isn't he? 3 wins for the weekend out of 4 events
97.
on the Dev Tour for Nijman. And you just use the phrase carrying it through. That might be exactly what he does, just rides that wave and picks up his first professional title today.
105.
Yeah, I mean, he might be playing Gary Anderson. It's the first time they've ever played each other. You know, Gary could be his hero. I think they're the kind of things that I'm thinking might affect Wessel, but after 9 darts, potentially 11 darter here, double fought for a 12.
Game shot.
Averages today. I know it's very early in all the games, but Luke Littler averaging over 115. Chris Dobie averaging well over. Damon Hesse, yeah, warming up very nicely.
85.
As is this game with Nijman taking the opening leg in it. Lots of attention around him at the moment after that hat-trick of wins the weekend. He's certainly well sponsored, isn't he? I thought it was a Formula 1 car when he first came in. Every little helps.
97.
We're seeing so many new shirts and everything, but Gary is one of those traditional, like James Wade. Same shirt, same sponsors.
That tartan sleeve signifying
59.
Scotland. Never played Wessel Nijman before, as Glenn mentioned. Never played Luke Littler before Gary Anderson, and that could be the final of today's tournament. Littler 3-0 up against Krzysztof Ratajski, averaging 110. Chris Dobie 3-0 up against Mike Dedecker, averaging 113.
100.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I'm not. As Gary looks at this 110, just double checking there what Wessel needed. It's tops for Anderson.
90.
Seeing a 160 finish on this stream already today from Ian White.
Won't be repeated by Nijman, so Anderson returning for double 10, and the Flying Scotsman sees the dart fly into the target.
Yeah, Gary Anderson often, Gary often says he hates double 10. I don't think I've ever seen him miss it.
100.
Remember that time when some of the pundits, your predecessors on Sky Sports, Glenn, used to say Anderson was not very good at doubles. It really got his goat, didn't it, back in the day? He said, I used to hit them until you said I couldn't, and then I started missing them.
Well, when you're averaging 123,
60.
the scoring's never going to go anywhere. It's a beautiful throw. It's effortless. It's easy, isn't it?
He's a player who does seem to play better when he gets a little bit irked. Point to prove that the big example was that World Championship in 2014 when he lost in the last 16 to Michael van Gerwen. Did an interview saying that will never happen again. I should have won that match. I threw it away. Watch out. Won it for the next 2 seasons on the bounce and reached the final for the 3rd straight year.
140.
Yeah, I've got some notes right in front of me. Do not upset Gary Anderson. We've got 3 days here this week.
57.
Well, Littler and Dobie have now lost a leg, so both lead 3-1. Stefan Belmont and Damon Hette sharing the first 2, just as Nijman and Anderson have here. And that was an opportunity that Anderson's missed, really.
Yeah, there's been that interesting dynamic at board 2. The one Stefan Belmont come through was so far behind the rest of the games that a lot of the players have had 15, 20 minutes of just waiting for these quarterfinals to start.
Another one, just like the other one. Double 18, brilliant by Gary Anderson. 156, like shelling peas.
Yeah, that 20-minute wait didn't do Gary Anderson much harm there, did it?
What did you prefer, Glenn? A little rest in between matches, or would you like to walk off one board and straight onto another one?
As I got older, the rest. Wessel Nijman, you won't keep him off the board.
Well, as you got older, Glenn, it was off one board straight to the car, wasn't it?
What time is it? I've waited till 5:30 for that.
34.
Anderson opens with a 180, which is something he's kept doing today. Actually,
100.
21 180s in 32 legs before this match. Astonishing.
It really is a privilege to sit here and commentate on the best players in the world right now. There, you know, as much as the fact that you'd love the crowds and everything, this environment, you know, often produces players' best darts. I've always said the early nerves in the games as Gary Anderson smashes in another 180 his early doors. Now you're seeing the best of these players. And Anderson, a potential 11 darter. You might need it.
Keeps switching what double he's going for. Now he wants 2 double 8s.
25.
The dart got in the way.
Yeah, I don't know about, I was looking for 1 tops. He's looked in good shape on that today. It might be the bullseye for Nijman. It is the bullseye for parity. Level game, 2-2. What a finish.
Yeah, full credit to him there, because he was in severe danger of being railroaded by the Flying Scotsman. Nijman, with that bullseye to break, has actually assumed effective control of this match. All he has to do is keep holding throw.
96.
Yeah, I didn't have long in the PDC of having that feeling of you just can't miss. But that's what I'm sensing with more Wessel Nijman right now, that he's not expected. No one's saying he's going to win it today when he first picks up the dart. But when these darts are going in like this, it's just the best feeling in the world.
Seemed to be thrown with some force, Glenn. Gary's glide through the air a little bit more. No sooner has Nijman let go of the dart is it forcing its way through, usually the treble.
Like I said, he's as tall as he is. He has that elevation about his throw as well, but yeah, he generates some power, hardly any backlifting. Very Sam and Whitlock, isn't he, as he bangs the dart in. But it's very effective.
Anderson needed a full house to leave a finish there, so Nijman will get a good look at this. 2 visits if he needs them. Just tees up tops. All Anderson can do is pile on the pressure.
140.
Yeah, Anderson being frustrated with that last leg, but fair play to Nijman. For a 3-2 lead.
Game shot.
Audible celebration there from Wessel Nijman. Now, Glenn said that in his notes he had not to upset Gary Anderson.
100.
As the young Dutchman just poked the bear a little bit there. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, what I'm liking, he's just talking away to himself. He's motivating. Look at the eyes, 60. The determination. Even when he's missing, he's hitting the wire. We did feel if someone's going to really test Anderson today, it could be Nijman.
Well, they've been the best 2 performers. Best performer in this round so far, Chris Dobey by a distance. He's 5-1 up against Mike De Decker, averaging 106.
180.
From Nijman to get himself back in leg 6. 5 maximums between the pair of them. Anderson
100.
1 away from 25 for the day. Took out a 170 in that special performance against Andrew Gilding.
Could be the battle of the 170s here.
91.
It was actually the only time in that game that he left a finish of over 100, and he took it out.
96.
Yeah, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. That game will be way behind him right now. And Nijman, this could have been really special not to be.
98.
But it makes Anderson think. Both on that type of finish where they're expected to hit it.
Game shot.
And Anderson does hit it. Doby's done it. He's through to the semi-finals. A 6-1 win for Chris Doby against Mike D. Decker. He will face Littler Oratajski.
134.
Yeah, Ratajski's that ultimate scrap, but I've just commentated on him in the previous stream. It well behind where Luke Littler, but he's fighting back.
180.
Still plenty of meat on the bone in that game. Damon Hetter quietly but effectively with new darts getting the job as well. The semi-final could be blisteringly good.
140.
As is this, as you can see. 105 plays 103.5. Nothing between them.
140.
Anderson is trying to put pressure on the Nijman throw, but still in the Dutchman's gift this leg. Can't afford a treble-less turn right now, though.
91.
Saves it with the last dart.
It's a really good game, this one, isn't it? Just warming up very nicely. It's Anderson who can't miss the treble right now.
100.
Sort of floated that last. I think that's what the scratch of the head was. It's as if halfway through a throw net, should have gone treble 15 maybe.
All right, he's left a double. It's quite on vogue to go for the bull for a 10-dart leg, but Anderson won't do it.
I'll eat that hat if he does.
Dudder's hat remains unbitten. But Gary Anderson might be here as he misses an opportunity and Nijman gets a chance at double 18. Double 9.
38.
Yeah, I think we'd have seen that celebration, which in a term used that would have irked Gary, but he's back. It's not pretty double 5.
No score.
Well, you know what? They've both played fantastic all day, but sometimes it's the misses that make the matches. And they've both missed opportunities here. Nijman choosing to split.
Yeah, sign of real confidence. Dare I say maturity as well. Just the 2 darts at double 8. He preferred that than the double 9. That's the reason why Gary Anderson will be frustrated right now. He was just on hold a throw. Was just trying to keep your thoughts together right now.
57.
Just something that you mentioned, Chris, when you said, you know, Wessel Nijman is used to winning games now. When you are winning games, them sort of things go your way. When you're searching for a victory, Anderson checks out. That's what I think he'd be feeling right now. And like I say, it's just 140 after 140.
140.
Perfectly timed to prove Glenn's point. The pair exchange 2 treble turns.
100.
Sometimes you can get on the hockey and the treble will feel a million miles away. Right now, Wessel Nijman will feel he just has to flick that wrist. He's all over that treble. Which probably means guaranteed big 1 here. Be careful here.
125.
Mentioned Wessel Nijman used to winning games, Glenn. In 2024, he's played 183 matches and he's won 143. He might be moving towards winning another one here. You can see the grimace, meaning he's just missed that treble.
This has to go. I don't think I'd be saying that. Which double is it this time? Back to double 16. What a champion. He's gone for double 16. He's gone for tops. Right decision. Right time. Gary Anderson.
97.
Effectively now a best of 3 game.
$91. 130.
Beautiful to watch. Absolutely stunning.
Just to further that point, Glenn, with that incredible weekend he had. 3 wins and a semi-final at the development tour. And then the victories he's got in reaching the quarterfinals today. He's won 42 of his last 44 matches, Wessel Nijman. Only player to beat him in that spell is Nico Springer, who knocked him out in that semi-final and went on to win the last event. 170 for each player.
58.
Well, I'm certain this goes. Being that good this game.
Doesn't go, but he would want to leave it handy.
58.
Only manages to leave the same thing that Nijman's left.
Yep, nothing to separate. Thought we're going to see a real special moment. That's the option to treble 18 here. Just thought you could see enough of that treble 20.
56.
That's a much better guide for Anderson than the one that Nijman had, but he can't use it.
44.
Yeah, slack darts from the pair of them. But if you offered Wessel Nijman 2 darts or a double to win this leg, crucial leg you feel, double 18. Nervy.
20.
Well, some news to bring you about the semi-finalists in a moment. This is the last game going on. We'll do that at the end of this leg, which could be a pivotal one.
60.
Misses again. Both players just starting to feel a little bit of tungsten tension.
And I was watching Wessel Nijman, they turned round after the 68 as if to say, well, that's that game gone. And all you're doing is praying not to hear game shot. He's back. A double he adores. And that's the reason why Wessel Nijman is 1 away from that semi-final.
$60.
Yeah, Damon Heta has suddenly turned up. A 6-1 win against Stefan Belmont. And in the Heat
100
is thriving. 112 average for the Australian. Luke Littler also threw a 6-4 win against Christoph Ratajski. 101.68 the average for him.
180.
And Chris Dobie won 6-1 against Mike Dedecker with the 105 average. Meaning at the moment, these two have been the best 2 players today. Are going to be the worst 2 in the quarterfinals.
97.
And Damon Heta using brand new darts, remember. You might be sticking with them.
140.
I think this match deserves to go the distance. Nah, I mean, you could argue is still the favourite for this match. He would have the dart if it goes the way.
100.
Truly not going to go for this.
89.
Again, changes his finishing double, Gary Anderson. Just doing it all on how he feels in any given moment.
95.
Yeah, Nijman will be okay with that. He knows the next 3 darts are
Game shot.
going to be the biggest and most important in this match. Last leg shootout.
Nijman has the darts. And he's got that winning feeling of late. But Gary Anderson has the experience. Which will win out?
60.
Yeah, this is where you find out about the play, but there was nothing wrong with those darts. Yes, it was only a score of 60, but all on the wire. This is what Anderson does.
180.
Welcome to the big boys club, Wessel. Anderson nails a 5th 180.
140.
Yeah, super talented. Whatever happens in this game, he'll learn so much from it.
95.
Could still leave a finish first. Needs 2 trebles to do so.
100.
And like I say, for the fear of repeating myself, even his misses are on the wire.
96.
That's an okay lead for Gary Anderson. It makes the outshot easier. Requires only 1 treble to get a poke at the bullseye.
130.
Absolutely superb. That's the type of finishing that Wessel Nijman will practice day in, day out. 201 in 6 darts. Bullseye.
105.
Well, Nijman hit the 130 setup. Anderson couldn't hit the 130 finish. And now the young Dutchman has the chance to see off the Scot. One dart at tops.
Game
And
shot
there
and the
it
match.
is. Wessel Nijman with a huge win in his fledgling career. The Dutchman has been dominant on the development tour, and now